You've been working on this project since the very beginning. Okay, you were basically given two servos and an Arduino and nothing else, and we're told, and a laser, and we're told to have fun. And basically, the project's evolved out of what you've done. Do you have thoughts on what's taken place? As you saw today, we concluded sharing these skills with your classmates.
I mean, in general, I was excited. It was fun seeing them actually work through a little bit of complicated math, and with the formulas that we gave them, it was a formula that I wish I had when I first started. And so it was nice to be able to see them work through their shapes and be able to create their shapes, and with really was an hour. And so that was amazing to me that we were able to provide that for them. Given that this project did take me a couple months to get to the point where they were. And so it felt like the development of the project was really good in order for them to be able to do it in that amount of time. I think what we provided for them was good material, and they all seemed to be having fun, and I know I had a lot of fun. And so it was kind of nice to see them get their shapes done too.
Okay. What would you say, if there was like somebody else, who were to take on this project in the way that you did? So we abbreviated the project for your classmates so that we could get it done in a shorter amount of time, and shared certain information. Like you said, it took a lot longer because you learned things on your own. What would you say value-wise? If would you make a recommendation that you think others should try to do it the way that you did? Or
Yeah, well, I think the way that I did it, I got a lot of understanding just simply from every time setting it up and breaking it down. You start to understand how the mirrors work with each other and how they move the laser around, and then understanding the actual the laws of reflection that we were doing math for. It all kind of comes together nicely, even understanding the program a little bit more. I know towards the end we saw guys messing around with the delay of the program, and so that's something that I got to mess around with too, and got to kind of experience on my own, and understanding how the program works to move the servos and how the servos move the mirror. Even today we kind of understood even more why some shapes were coming out upside down, and math-wise how to fix that. And so it was I think the more time that you spend on the project, the more you understand of how the servos work and how the whole setup actually works.
Okay. Any final thoughts that you'd like to share with the video?
No, I mean, it was just it was a fun experience. I think it's been a long time. It's been pretty much the whole school year.
Yeah.
And we started off a little slow, but the experience of talking to the professors and learning how to apply math to this, and not just kind of doing a random shape on there, actually knowing the math behind it, was a really good experience for me. And so I hope that all the students that get to do this also take out some good math skills and some good technical skills.
Did you make any connections? I mean, clearly you're saying math, science, and so forth right now, connecting math and science to what you're doing here. But in your math class or your science class, was there any connection where this helped you, where you're like, wait a second, was there like a connection that went the other way?
I kind of think it was more so from what was going on in class, bringing it here. More recently, we were doing polar graphs and stuff, and so these things that look like flowers, and it gave me that perception of, oh, maybe I can actually put a flower into the program, and understanding working with the cosines and stuff. And I know that's been talked about since the beginning of the project, and so I think kind of seeing it here and understanding how those graphs actually move, in my head it kind of clicked right away that how I would have to move the mirrors around to be able to make that, and so it's exciting that we're doing something in math, and then I can bring it here and maybe do it with the lasers rather than just see it on a calculator.